Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. This is the Ashwin Ramani here, research analyst at SBI Securities. I hope I'm audible and I hope you all are able to see my screen. If you all can give me a heads up in the chat box. अगर मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स पे कमेंट करके बता सकते हो। अगर मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है सेशन we just wait for a couple of minutes. I see that people are joining in, and we should be good to go in another minute or so. Good afternoon, Balbir ji, Vinay ji, Adi ji, Suresh ji. Good afternoon. आदित्य जी आता हूँ मैं बताता हूँ आपको Q&A में I'll discuss that. So today's session is going to be on rollovers. So yesterday we had the monthly expiry for February. So we'll understand how the rollover has come in for February. What does that rollover indicate? What really happened in Feb? And how are you positioned, in the March series? So the last month of the financial year 25-26. So hopefully, markets kind of go up and we are off this choppy phase that we are seeing since quite some time now. Okay, so let's start off with our rollover special bid market session today. So you can find this rollover report on SBI Securities website. So I'll tell you from where you can find this. So if you go to SBI Securities, so this is how the homepage of SBI Securities website look like. So under that, you will find the research tab. Under research tab, you will have technical derivatives. I think if you go to technical derivatives, you should just need to scroll down a bit. Here you will see all sort of reports that we release on a daily basis, some on weekly basis. So here, if you go to rollover, you will see the file was uploaded today morning. So SBI Securities rollover report, and that is what is opened in front of me here. So this is publicly available. I think you can have a look at it. So let's start off with rollover. So what really happened in the February series? So हमने देखा कि volatility काफी high था February series में because and if you look at in Nifty, it kind of swung in that 1770 points range, and it was a very eventful month in terms of a lot of events over there in the month of Feb. So it started with the union budget on February 1st, which happened to be on Sunday. Then a couple of days later, we had the interim deal announcement between India and US, where US said they will, put 18% tariffs that was agreed on. Then we also saw towards the end of February, there were also tensions between US and Iran, though they are scheduled for talks on Thursday. And lastly, we also saw that Supreme Court kind of overturned the Trump tariffs, and later Trump came up with a flat tariff of 15% on all the countries. So there was a lot of events, so that kind of led to sharp fluctuations in the Indian market. So event खत्म नहीं हुआ, event के ऊपर event आते गया February series में. And we saw before the budget, India VIX was on the rise. India VIX had gone up to 16. Then it kind of cooled off, and again we saw volatility rising in the markets. I think one major development in the February series was the crack in the IT sector. So we really know what happened with the IT sector. That was one major development that took place in February. So that was the major laggard. If you see, one of the worst performing sectors, I mean, that was largely driven by rising concerns around AI-led automation. So, को याद है Anthropic के वजह से, Altruist, a couple of AI companies where it was there was fear in the market that the traditional based IT service business model might go through a change. So that kind of led to a sharp fall in the IT stocks. So there were fears of revenue pressure, slowdown in traditional service based IT models. And we could see probably in the last 3 weeks, Nifty IT has corrected nearly 21% on a month-to-day basis. So really, so any correct over 20% fall, it's like a strong correction. So I still feel it's better to avoid bottom fishing in IT, though you might see some pullback because obviously whenever there is a heavy short that is being built up, तो थोड़ा सा short covering आता ही है lower level से. But I think structurally the chart has become extremely weak now, and it's still a sell on rise market, Nifty IT. As long as we don't get that higher high, higher low formation in IT, till that time we'll be on a sell on rise mode in Nifty IT. If you look at Nifty futures, what really happened? We just saw we had heightened volatility in the February series. अगर आप देखोगे तो we had witnessed a gap up or a gap down openings on 12 trading sessions. So लगभग 20 trading sessions में से more than 50% of the times we saw markets opening with a gap up or gap down, जो कि एक clear indication है कि एक unstable और reaction driven market है. There would be overnight news and we would open with a gap down. And despite these sharp intraday swings, we saw that Nifty futures ended with a modest gain of 0.86%. That kind of reflected underlying resilience. So we saw, January, February seasonality wise also is not a strong month for both the frontline indices, and the broader markets. But we look at how the March month looks like in terms of seasonality. No, avoid IT companies for now, Valbirji. I think it's too early. It's wait for some reversal. Now, if we look at the rollover, how the rollover has come in for Nifty, so the rollover stood at 68.23%. ये कम आया है because अगर हम पिछले महीने के rollover देखेंगे तो वो 70.75% था. So almost 2% कम आया पिछले महीने से. और अगर हम पिछले 3 मंथ की एवरेज देखें तो वो 70.42% है. सो हम लोग पिछले मंथ से भी कम है, 3 मंथ एवरेज से भी कम है. So clearly people have not kind of carry forward their positions. They have kind of squared off their positions and just let the positions stay. So you can suggest that there is a cautious stance among the market participants, maybe due to this uncertainty that is going around tariffs, the tensions between US and Iran. I mean, that is kind of, elevated volatility ke karan. And majorly it is a global event driven risk. I think this is the reason why, if we had got a higher rollover, then that means we could have kind of made out that probably people are carry forwarding their positions to the next series. But the fact that the rollover has come lower than the last month's and 3 months average, I think participants are kind of taking a cautious stance here. If you look at the number of shares rolled over, that has also dipped to 142 as compared to 174 lakh last one. So clearly you can see people have kind of squared off their positions. इतना ज़्यादा, I mean, rollover हुआ नहीं है. In fact, जो existing rollover होता उनको काट के अब positions square off हुए हैं. Rollover cost again, that has come at stable 0.70%, slightly lower than the 3-month average of 0.76% here. Now, if you look at Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty में भी काफी heightened volatility नजर आई, but in fact Bank Nifty kind of outperformed the Nifty index, largely because of the fact that PSU index had a very strong run in the month of Feb. A lot of your PSU names like Indian Bank, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Union Bank, all these stocks showed some good momentum. Even some pockets of private banks like आपका बंधन बैंक हो गया, आपका एक्सिस बैंक हो गया, then you had this even AU Small Finance Bank was up before the de-empanelment took place by the Department of Government of Haryana. नहीं, Department नहीं, Government of Haryana के through हुआ था ये. But I think IDFC and AU Small Finance Bank, these were two major hits. But I think barring that, HDFC still is underperforming ICICI Bank somewhere there. But I think Axis Bank from the private banking space, even RBL Bank for that matter, these are some of the banks that have relatively done well. So you can see despite the choppy environment, the index displayed a significant strength, significantly outperforming the frontline indices. And it continues to trade near the all-time high levels. So Nifty जहाँ पे 0.86% का गेन था, वही बैंक निफ्टी में स्ट्रॉन्ग 3% का गेन देखने को मिला. जो क्लियरली सेक्टर का लीडरशिप रोल को रीइंफोर्स करता है। और अगर हम रोल ओवर की बात करें, इनफैक्ट बैंक निफ्टी का रोल ओवर स्ट्रॉन्ग आया निफ्टी की कंपैरिजन में। रोल ओवर्स इनफैक्ट बढ़ा है, 74.25% आया फेब्रुवरी में, जो पिछले महीने 71.15% था। अगर आप देखोगे निफ्टी में पिछले महीने के रोल ओवर से कम आया, दैट मींस इन निफ्टी पीपल हैव काइंड ऑफ स्क्वायर्ड ऑफ देयर पोजीशंस। व्हेन बैंक निफ्टी द रोल ओवर हैज कम हायर, then that means people have carry forwarded their positions to the next series. बट अगर हम 3 मंथ एवरेज से देखोगे तो मार्जिनली कम है। 3 मंथ एवरेज 74.29 है और फेब्रुवरी का रोल ओवर 74.25% पर आया है। बट अगर आप निफ्टी में देखोगे तो 3 मंथ एवरेज प्रीवियस मंथ दोनों से कम है, बट बैंक निफ्टी का थोड़ा काफी अच्छा स्ट्रॉन्ग रोल ओवर आया है। सो चांसेस आर दैट पीपल हैव, I mean, literally, they're like more confident in Bank Nifty as compared to Nifty. Or ठीक है, सो अगेन रोल ओवर कॉस्ट डिप टू 0.64 एज कंपेयर टू 3 मंथ्स एवरेज ऑफ 0.73% हियर। अगर हम मार्केट वाइड रोल ओवर देखें तो 91% दैट हैज रिमेन्ड अनचेंज्ड। If you look at the long short ratio, so in fact there was a big development in long short ratio. Almost we had gone until 29%, and on the monthly expiry day we again dipped back to 21%. That is majorly because of the fall that we saw in yesterday's session. So almost 29% से हम 21% पर आ गए। In fact, there was a steady rise in the long short ratio. Almost from 20% we had moved to 29, and again this is kind of I mean, not a good sign considering the fact that we wanted long short ratio to move up, we wanted FIs to cover more shorts, but still, that confidence is lacking as far as the FIs are concerned. In the cash market yesterday, we had a insignificant sell figure, almost 103 crores. So that comes after strong buying figure of 3,484 crores on the 23rd of Feb. Now, if we look at now, let's see the levels for Nifty. So, अगर हम आज की सेशन में निफ्टी की बात करें, so Nifty as of now it's at 25,519. We are above the 25,500 mark. We are up with a gain of 0.38%. So Nifty started off on a strong note, and then you can see Nifty has kind of given up its gains, and it's trading near the day's low here. I think this day's low will be extremely crucial, 25,500. I think जितना भी गेन हुआ था सुबह के सेशन में वो पूरा इरेज हो गया यहाँ पे. So all the strong momentum that we got in the first half has kind of Nifty has kind of erased that. So hopefully I think we should be seeing some bout of buying coming at around these levels, that is 25,500. If not, I think then chances are that this gap can get filled. Maybe Nifty might crack around 30-35 points if it breaks below 25,500. And ये जो सुबह का जो गैप अप ओपनिंग था वो शायद पूरा कवर हो सकता है. I think the chart structure is looking weak now. I feel till the time we don't go about 25,600, the trend is likely to stay sideways to bearish. If you look at the daily chart, so कल के सेशन में हमने देखा ये एक strong support zone है निफ्टी के लिए, 25,370, 25,380. और आज के सेशन में आप देखोगे there is a long upper wick that indicates that the price had gone up initially, and वहां से हमें higher level से एक selling pressure देखने मिला है. So this looks like a gravestone doji. Usually gravestone doji हम एक uptrend के बाद देखते हैं. This is coming after a sideways trend, but nevertheless this candle looks like a gravestone doji candle, where the price goes higher and then the selling pressure comes at the higher levels and it pushes the price down. This is not a very convincing chart pattern. It clearly indicates that sellers are present at the higher levels. So अगर broad basis पे देखें, so I feel 25,350, 25,360, that's going to act as a strong support. And अगर हम ऊपर की तरफ देखें, so I feel this 25,880, 25,900, I feel this is going to act as a strong resistance. So I think this 500 points range is going to be very crucial for Nifty. On the downside, if we break below 25,350, then I think we can kind of fill the gap until 25,100. On the upside, to move higher, at least we need to go about 25,900. I think only then chances are that the price can kind of move higher. Now, if you look at Sensex, so Sensex also similar story. Sensex has already broken the day's low. अगर आप देखोगे, this was the day low here, and I think Sensex is on the verge of filling the gap. Also, I think अभी 82,396 है. I think it can come towards 82,340. Maybe roughly around 40, 50 points it can crack from the current levels is what I feel. And I feel as long as we don't move above the 82,670, 82,700 mark, the overall structure is likely to remain bearish in Sensex. And if we look at the daily chart again, there is a key support level for Sensex around 82,100. I think if we break below 82,100, we can expect Sensex to move towards this particular zone, that is 81,600. On the higher side, if I have to pick out a level, I think that would be 83,900. So 83,900, 82,100. This consolidation zone. I mean, we need to break above this consolidation zone here. As long as we don't move above this zone on the higher side and this zone on the lower side, the overall structure is likely to remain bearish. And if you look at Bank Nifty, so even see there is some pressure coming in Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty kind of consolidated in this range. अगर आप देखोगे एक काफी टाइट रेंज में ट्रेड किया था 1045 से लेके 1220 तक for roughly around 1.5 hours. Then it took resistance a couple of times around this level of 61,300. It kind of failed to do so. हम वहां से नीचे आ गए. And we got a breakdown, and I think Bank Nifty, there is one immediate support now around 6940. It's near that level. Previous time यही zone से buying आया था, but I think if we go below that, then I think the next support is around 6800. That is where this swing low is. So clearly there is some pressure that is building up in these three indices. If you look at even Bank Nifty भी एक tight range में move हो रहा है यहाँ पे. So here you can see this is the tight range in which Bank Nifty is moving in. So either we need a breakout above 61,450, 61,500, or if we get a breakdown below 6,900, I think that is what will set the tone for the next directional move in all the three indices here. If you look at India VIX, so we saw India VIX kind of, this is where during the budget, before the budget, we saw India VIX moving until 16.16, 16.15, kind of cooled off. And again, we saw some rise in the volatility from around 10.5 levels. पिछले 3-4 दिन से consolidate कर रहा है, but I think till the time we are below 16, we won't feel that pinch. But any move above 16 that could lead to volatility coming back in the markets. If you look at the market breadth, so clearly from the entire derivative universe, 152 stocks, that is roughly around 72% of the stocks ended in green, while 59 stocks, that is around 28% of the 152 stocks, it closed lower. So broader markets maintained a constructive positive sentiment supported by strong participation in the advancing counters. Now, how is the March month? How does the March month look like for both Nifty and Bank Nifty? So if we track the historical seasonality trends in March, March again has been a mixed month for Nifty. So this is the data for the past 18 years. So index has ended the month in the positive territory on 10 occasions with an average gain of 7%. While on 8 occasions, Nifty has closed lower with an average loss of 6%. So out of 18 occasions, 10 positive, 8 negative. So again, March also has been a mixed month for Nifty. Average return has been around 1.2%, while average volatility has been around 10% for Nifty historically in the month of March. Now, if you look at Bank Nifty also has been same. Out of 18 years, it closed positively 10 times and it closed negatively 8 times. The 10 times it closed positively, the average gain was around 10%, and the 8 times it closed negatively, average loss has been around 9% here. So March again has been mixed. It's not that it is lopsided in favor of bulls or the bears here. March again has been the performance has been mixed as far as Nifty and Bank Nifty is concerned. Average return for Bank Nifty has been around 1.2%, while the average volatility has been around 15% for the past 18 years. Now, based on the rollover data and based on price action, the sectors that can potentially outperform or that can look good as we head to the March series. PSU banks continue to do well. CPSE, PSC, power, healthcare and pharma, I think strong sectors, even financial services. So these are the sectors that can do well. Apart from that, underperforming sectors again, IT. Avoid IT for now. Wait for some signs of reversal. Media is outperforming. Chemical is outperforming. Realty is underperforming. Sorry, these are not outperforming names. Even tourism is underperforming here. So these are the sectors that can outperform or underperform. So that was about rollover. So you can have a detailed look at the Nifty view. अभी हमने शेयर किया है यहाँ पे बैंक निफ्टी व्यू. You can see the top gainers and top losers of the February series here. Then you can see the stocks that had strong rollers and weak rollovers. You can see the snapshot. This is Nifty rollover compared with the last month and the 3 months average. And then you can see sector wise what has happened. Index, automobiles, all the auto stocks are grouped together. So you can see which auto stocks has got a strong rollover. Then auto, banking, financials, capital goods. Then you have IT. Then you have FMCG, oil and gas, metals, pharma, cement, new age, realty, chemicals, infrastructure, power, telecom, and textiles. So all the stocks are grouped with respect to the sectors here. Now talking about the key stocks to watch out. So the first sector that I want to talk about is the metal space. So clearly there is some renewed buying interest that we are seeing in the metal space here. One stock that is doing well today is Vedanta. So Vedanta has given a breakout of its consolidation range. So as long as Vedanta stays above 695, 700, the trend is likely to remain positive. Apart from that, even SAIL for that matter, SAIL, even SAIL has given a consolidation breakout. It was kind of moving in a tight consolidation, and there is a breakout that we are seeing today in SAIL. So as long as SAIL stays above 160, the overall trend is likely to remain positive in SAIL as well. RSI has also crossed above 60, which is a positive sign. Apart from that, even Tata Steel for that matter, that was also moving in a tight range here. And even Tata Steel has given a consolidation breakout. More like you can say there is a ascending triangle, not a typical ascending triangle, but there is a horizontal trend line resistance followed by a higher low structure. So clearly there is a breakout here. Tata Steel has given a breakout. So I think as long as Tata Steel stays about 207, 208, the overall trend is likely to remain positive in Tata Steel as well. Apart from that, auto, if you are looking at auto stocks, so auto stocks seem to be in the fast lane today. So strong outperformance is being witnessed in the auto pack. I think one stock would be TVS Motors. So TVS Motors seems to be on the verge of a breakout. So it was consolidating in that 3,900, 3,785 range. And today the stock is up around 2.5% nearly. So as long as TVS Motors is able to hold about 3,800, the overall trend, is likely to be positive for TVS Motors. The other counter again, it's Bajaj Auto. So Bajaj Auto has also given a resistance breakout on the daily charts. So the level of 9,970 that was acting as a strong resistance, today the stock has broken out. The DI lines have started to widen. RSI has moved above 60. So as long as we are above this level of 10,000, the overall trend is likely to remain positive for Bajaj Auto as well. Apart from that, even manufacturing stocks, so manufacturing sector is seeing some strong traction today. You can see the ratio chart. The ratio line is swiftly moving higher, so clearly indicates a strong outperformance in the manufacturing space. As compared to the broader market. So Sun Pharma, even Sun Pharma, if you see, was kind of moving in a tight range here. And even Sun Pharma has given a breakout. So it has broken out about 1725. So we were tracking pharma sectors in last 2-3 sessions now. So clearly there is some momentum and strength that is building up in the pharma space. So as long as Sun Pharma is above 1737, chance 1740, chances are that even this stock is likely to do well. Apart from that, even Jindal Steel, अगर हम Jindal Steel देखें, so even Jindal Steel was consolidating in this tight range, 1200, 1235. Even Jindal Steel has given a breakout above this range here. So a lot of good stocks are breaking out, supported by sectoral trends as well. The ADX is already high. That indicates bullish trend strength. So as long as Jindal Steel is able to hold above 1240, chances are that even this stock can do well. And lastly, pharma, I think the ratio chart has given a fresh breakout. I feel keep an eye on pharma. I feel pharma is one sector that could probably do well in 2 to 3 weeks from now. And ideally, अगर आपको याद है बजट के 1 महीने और 3 महीने बाद, out of all the sectors, pharma has been the best performing sector, and that is what is turning out to be. So I think Laurus Labs has given a consolidation breakout today. So if you look at Laurus Labs, majorly it was consolidating in a tight range. It was moving in a 995 1040 range, and again there is a fresh breakout in Laurus Labs. The RSI has moved above 60. So as long as Laurus Labs is able to hold about 1045, 1050, chances are that this stock can do well. So that was about sector stocks and the rollover. So now let us talk about the concept topic for the day. If we look at the concept topic for the day now, so आज हम क्या concept के बारे में बात करें? Okay. So yesterday, if you remember, I discussed one intraday technique. Now let's discuss one more intraday technique, that you can use, especially for trading Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Sensex. This again has to be used on a 3 minutes or a 5 minutes chart. And this is to be seen on a candlestick chart. We are not using any other chart here. So again, intraday 3 minutes or 5 minutes chart on index only, not on stocks, Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Sensex. So basically the setup is you have to find out consolidation zones. And ये consolidation zone आपको कब देखना है? This is seen after a sharp move. After a sharp move. बेसिकली आपको क्या देखना है? मान लो निफ्टी में एक स्ट्रॉन्ग अप ट्रेंड आया है, and what you are seeing is after this is called as a sharp move because Nifty has kind of run up a lot, because you can't chase that now. Now what you need to do is find out where Nifty kinds of consolidates in a range. एक tight range में move हो रहा है on an intraday basis, जैसे हमने अभी आज बैंक निफ्टी में देखा था. एक sharp move के बाद it should be consolidating, and if it breaks out, this is where you have to buy. I mean, this consolidation should happen for at least more than 30 minutes. The longer the better, because jitna lamba aapka consolidation chalega, breakout would be even stronger. So wait for a sharp move, wait for a consolidation at least for more than 30 minutes. At least 20-25 minutes ka consolidation hona chahiye. And the moment it breaks out, this is where you can enter a buy. Maybe you can look at the money, because since you are doing intraday, then it's better to do at the money. And your stop loss should be extremely tight at this high itself, because once it breaks out, it should not come back to this zone again. If it comes out, your stop loss gets triggered. The moment it breaks out, I think you should want the price to move higher. So जहाँ पे आपका buy और जहाँ पे आपका SL है, वहाँ पे आपका risk ले लेना, and at least look for 1:2 or 1:1.5. This is kind of you should look at. Similarly, अगर stock एक downtrend में है, wait for a consolidation in that and wait for a consolidation breakdown. जैसे ये breakdown होता है, this is where you would sell at the money put आप खरीद सकते हो. Or this is where your stop loss would be. Look at the risk and at least aim for 1:1.5 or 1:2 here. So idea is you are capturing in a consolidation trend where buyers and sellers both get frustrated. Here also the buyers and sellers get frustrated here. And then you trade in the direction of a breakout. Now, if I have to give you an example, now look at, Bank Nifty today. So agar main Bank Nifty ka 5 minutes chart par jata hu, you see what has happened. See this. There was a sharp fall. And then you see what happened here. Bank Nifty kind of consolidated in a tight range. So अगर आप देखोगे almost from 10:45 until 12:20 एक शार्प मूव के बाद एक स्ट्रॉन्ग कंसोलिडेशन में ट्रेड कर रहा था और यहाँ पे ब्रेकडाउन आ गया. देखो वहां से एकदम से एक ट्रेंड पकड़ लिया यहाँ पे. सो ऑल द बायर्स वुड हैव होप्ड दैट ओके नाउ बैंक निफ्टी वुड रिकवर, दे वुड हैव गॉट ट्रैप्ड हियर and with a fresh short positions that would even push the index price even lower. So maybe if we have to look for something like this in Nifty, we can do that in Nifty as well. Let's see. Where do we find out? Can we see even in Nifty? You see there was this fall in Nifty. Then अगर आप देखोगे even Nifty में एक tight consolidation zone में था और जैसे ही एक शार्प कैंडल आया आगे देखो निफ्टी ने गैप फिल कर दिया. दिस इज व्हाट वी वर लुकिंग एट. I just told you that we would crack around 35-40 points here. I think Nifty has kind of filled the gap also for now. Maybe you can look for some stocks पे आप कर सकते हो, but आप कितना stocks track करोगे प्रगलाद जी, मेरा वो query है. I mean, if you have some good stocks in your watch list, now you see this part. You see on 16th of Feb, there was a sharp rise in Nifty and then again you see the price kind of consolidated here in a very tight range और फिर हमें tight range से यहाँ पे breakout मिला है. So ideally you should enter here. आपका SL एकदम tight होना चाहिए ये high पे and जो भी आपका risk है उतना आपका reward होना चाहिए. So the tight consolidation phases is what you need to be looking at. So that is what we are capturing with a hope that at least एक consolidation के बाद एक sharp move देखने को मिल सकता है. Clear guys, इसमें आपको opportunities कम मिलेंगे but I think you should be getting good opportunities here. Clear? So हाँ, see again, you see again ये देखो यहाँ पे एक sharp move आया नीचे, फिर क्या हुआ, ये प्राइस है देखो एक टाइट कंसोलिडेशन में यहाँ पे था और यहाँ पे ब्रेकडाउन मिला एंड देन वी क्रैक्ड इवन फर्दर योर. सो दिस इज द काइंड और काफी टाइम तक एक ही साइडवेज जोन में वेट फॉर ट्रेड इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ अ ब्रेकआउट. सो दैट इज वन इंट्राडे टेक्निक दैट यू कैन स्टार्ट. पहले देखो प्रैक्टिस करो एंड देन यू कैन स्टार्ट फिगरिंग दिस आउट योर. ठीक है, so that was the concept topic for the day. Now let us start off with our Q&A. If you have any queries, any doubts, do let me know in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer them. Bank of Baroda is good. Siddharth ji, आप use कर सकते हो Bank Baroda. Rollover data, Parmeshwar ji, you have to go to SBI Securities website. So this is our website here. SBISecurities.in में अगर आप जाओगे, if you go here under research, you have to go to technical derivatives. Under technical derivatives, you will see rollover analysis और यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा SBI Securities rollover report. श्रीधर जी, AI summit के ऊपर मैंने go to our Instagram page on SBI Securities. Yesterday I made a video on, I've summarized some key announcements from the AI summit here. I mean, it's roughly around 1.5 minutes video. You can see that, Sridhar. I think you will get your answer. Bank of Baroda, good. आप hold कर सकते हो फिलहाल के लिए. 300 एक strong support है Bank of Baroda के लिए. Sun Pharma is good. You can continue to hold Sun Pharma. Like I said, the overall pharma is in a strong space. या आई थिंक यू कैन ऐड। आई थिंक मुझे नहीं लगता है शायद यहाँ पे रीटेस्ट होगा, बिकॉज ये देखो ये भी कंसोलिडेशन ब्रेकआउट ही है, जैसे हमने अभी इंट्राडे टेक्निक देखा। आई थिंक अराउंड 1730 इज वेयर यू कैन कीप योर एसएल। Natco Pharma, see, overall pharma is in a good space now. Even Natco Pharma for that matter, very good. See, अगर आपको याद है हमने ये डिस्कस किया था 950 वाला लेवल, ये ऑलरेडी ये लेवल्स मार्क्ड है। So I think you can hold with an SL of 950 for Natco Pharma here. Exactly, Manoj ji, that is what exactly. ये देखो even Natco Pharma for that matter, there was a tight consolidation and a breakout here. So usually जितना tight आपका consolidation, जितना देर आपका consolidation है, वो जब भी वो स्प्रिंग टूटेगा तो आपका वो दैट इज व्हाट यू नीड टू कैप्चर योर। या इट्स अ डेड कैट बाउंस ओनली राकेश जी आईटी में। ऑब्वियसली व्हेन देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ शॉर्ट पोजीशंस थोड़ा तो बाउंस आना ही है, बट स्ट्रक्चरली द ट्रेंड हैजंट रिवर्स्ड येट। मेट्रोपोलिस नहीं अवॉइड करना चप्पा जी, बिकॉज ओवरऑल स्टिल देयर इज चॉपनेस इन मेट्रोपोलिस योर। सर नवीन फ्लोरिन, एक मिनट सुधाकर जी, नवीन फ्लोरिन I think hold with an SL of 6,200. That is what you can do for Naveen Florin. Sir, for any company who is important CEO, whether any company has to survive fundamentals or technicals. I think for long run, definitely fundamentals, because earnings is what drives the price growth. How strong their business models is, whether they are able to capture the market size, because that is what will lead to revenue growth, whether they are adding more verticals, how the company is growing. Reliance for that matter, they were in petrochemicals, then they went into retail, then they went into geo. So basically जो petrochemical से कमाया वही पैसा reinvest होके they were looking for more growth levers. How much market they are able to capture, how strong their business model is, and ultimately what will drive the prices in the long run is whether the company makes profit. अगर कंपनी इज अ प्रॉफिट मेकिंग कंपनी, अगर वो शेयर होल्डर को वेल्थ क्रिएट करके दे रहा है, तब जाके वो स्टॉक में डिमांड आएगा. So if you're a loss making company, you can't survive in this business for a long time. Ideally at some point of time, profit and earnings is what drives the prices. Technical will just help you to identify some good levels to buy, and maybe some good levels to kind of exit your positions as well. But I think fundamentals is what drives the company growth. Just a second. Okay. Why suddenly market is falling? I don't know. कुछ news आया क्या मुझे मालूम नहीं. But maybe I think it feels like a routine. Maybe there would be some profit booking in some of these sectors. I don't know if there's any news flash that has come in because of which. Yeah, I think Jaideep ji, you can do SIP in Nifty anytime. I think Nifty Bs is a very good option that you can consider. Union Bank is good. Like I said, overall PSU is doing well. Just a second. Where can I add more? I think maybe around 185, 190 के आसपास you can look to. IDFC First Bank, Sridhar ji, avoid करना. Wait for some stabilization signs and then probably you can. Tata Sons board defers Chandrasekharan's reappointment due to. Yeah, I think, but I don't think that is going to materially impact TCS. If you remember, the same episode happened with Vishal Sikka long back in 2016, 2017. I think nothing changed. I mean, this is fine. Reappointment, appointment, or if there's a new management that comes in, new CFO, a new CEO, short term impact रहेगा, but long term again, it's the fundamentals that drives the prices here. Yeah, TVS Motor is good. TVS Motor from the auto space is doing well. I think if once it gives a strong close about 3,905, 3,910, overall the trend is likely to be positive. Any impact of Trump's speech in Congress? I didn't get a chance to look at what he said. I hope there was no tariff announcement, but I hope. But I think nothing constructive has come in. I think nothing that could spook the markets. But again, we never know with Trump. Every day is a volatile day for the markets till the time Trump is there. Today we are at 15%. Tomorrow we wake up with a 20% tariffs. We never know. I think it's very difficult. PFC good. I think we need a move above 425, 430. I think uh, overall trend is positive. 405 is a strong support as long as it holds above 405. It can do well. Even Hind Copper, let me see Hind Copper. Hind Copper में फिलहाल volatility नहीं है. The movement is extremely subdued. But I think we need a breakout above 590, 595. I think once we get that, chances are that we can move higher. Tata investment, नहीं avoid कर रहा हूँ. It's a beaten down stock. There are no signs of reversal yet. जब तक ये 725, 730 के ऊपर नहीं जाता तब तक it's better to avoid it. PCBL, some good recovery signs, but I think it is facing a stiff resistance around 330. I think as long as it stays below 330, it is likely to remain sideways, but above 330, chances are that we can expect PCBL to move higher. Sir, if any stock is bought from a long-term point of view, what should be the approach? Ideally, see for long-term, your stop loss. So, okay, let me explain you. So let's say the price has kind of you bought a stock for long term, the price has gone up and it's gone down, it's gone up again. Okay, let's say you entered here. Okay, this is for long term. So ideally आप क्या करना चाहिए, जो आपका previous swing low है ना, उस पे आपका stop loss होना चाहिए. Then let's say the price moves up higher, again it goes down, again it goes up. So ये SL को trail करके आप ये previous SL यहाँ पे आप trail कर दो. Then the price kind of consolidates, kind of goes down, and let's say again it recovers. So ये SL को यहाँ से trail करके ये वाला SL में रख दो. Then again it moves up, then again it kind of goes down, again it goes up, then trail your SL and kind of do it to this low. So every low that the company keeps making, that is how you can trail your SL. Forget the target, I mean write the trend, but you जो हर एक जो नया लो बनता है ना, वहाँ पे आप आपका SL ट्रेल करके रख सकते हो. एंड SL ट्रेल करके जैसे ही ये प्रीवियस हाई के ऊपर जाता है, दिस कुड बी अ गुड एवरेज पॉइंट एज वेल. नॉट एट द लोस्ट, बट लेट्स से यहाँ पे आपने SL ट्रेल कर दिया, ऊपर गया ये हाई के ऊपर, this could be a good average point and this could be your SL. So this is some structure that you could follow, especially for long term. IOC is good. IOC is also good. IOC, I think 175 can be a strong support for IOC. ITC avoid कर रहा. ITC सी ये देखो अभी ये डाउन ट्रेंड में है आपका. अगर आपने SL ट्रेल भी किया होगा तो पहला बात तो आपको ट्रेंड देखना चाहिए मनोहर जी. ये ट्रेंड ही डाउन ट्रेंड में है. तो पहले अगर मान लो ये अप ट्रेंड हो, एक लो बनाए, फिर हायर जाए, हायर हाई हायर लो पैटर्न बनने के बाद यू कैन प्रॉब्ली कंसिडर इन ITC. For long term, you can look at daily. I think daily is fine. Daily and weekly is fine. Monthly will be too much. See, there is no, I would say keep your targets open, especially if you are doing intraday, then at least have 1:2, 1:1.5. what जो भी आपका risk आपने लिया है, at least उसका 1.5 और 2 times आपका reward होना चाहिए. Or maybe your previous, जैसे previous low acts as a support, your next previous high that could act as a resistance and that could be your possible target as well. We'll discuss that in depth. We will. आज तो मैंने आपको कैसे ट्रेल करना है दिखा दिया, वैसे मैं आपको टारगेट बताता हूँ कि क्या आपका टारगेट हो सकता है इसमें. Trailing, you have to manually keep a track of your support levels, and वहाँ पे आप एक अलर्ट लगा के रख सकते हो. And see, I think GTT orders abhi tak hai nahi, if I'm not sure, because if GTT orders are there, then you can keep your SL for like 365 days. or else you need to keep alerts at that particular level. जैसे आपको notification आएगा तब आपको पता चलेगा यहाँ पे. See, the SL will vary for differently for short term and long term. Your long term, your time frame differs. Your short term, again, your time frame differs. Your so SL again ऐसा swing low में SL होना चाहिए ऐसा नहीं है. There could be percentage based SL. There could be SL based on swing low. There could be SL based on points. Again, it all depends on how much risk you want to take. अगर आप I mean I would request that आप SBI Securities के YouTube channel में जाके look at that webinar on position sizing and risk management. I think I've covered in depth there. So I think once you go through that session, I think आपका ये doubts एकदम clear हो जाएगा. Okay, I'll just take one last stock. Graphite India, good. I think it's given a fresh breakout. I think it needs to hold above 680. As long as it holds above 680, the trend is likely to be positive. Okay, so I guess that's all from today's special mid-market session on rollovers. I hope it was interesting. I hope you are finding value to these sessions, and I'll see you again tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be Sensex monthly expiry, and I'll see you tomorrow again at 12:30. So tomorrow we have one webinar as well at 4 o'clock. कि आप futures open interest से I'm going to teach you one swing trading strategy that will happen at 4 o'clock. But before that, I'll meet you at 12:30 on SBI Securities YouTube channel. Bye guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. Take care guys.